And thank you, Minister, for taking this question today. My concern is that we are in breach of the European Equality Acts and the Council of Europe Directive 787/2000 on the retirement ages in the EU by forcing senior Garda Síochána to retire at the age of 60.
Minister Humphreys.
Thank you, Cathaoirleach. And just before I answer Deputy Conway-Walsh's question, I'd just like to thank Deputy Crowe for his kind comments, and I know that the rest of the deputies will join me in congratulating Minister McEntee on the birth of her lovely son, Michael Shane, and just to wish her well in her maternity leave. Thank you, Deputy Conway-Walsh, for raising this matter, and as you will be aware, retirement of all members of An Garda Síochána, including those at the rank of Chief Superintendent, is governed by legislation which sets the mandatory maximum retirement age at 60 years of age, and this reflects the operational nature of many of the roles in An Garda Síochána, including the requirement to work a variety of 24-hour rosters. Members of An Garda Síochána may also opt to retire before reaching the age of 60. Those who joined prior to the 1st of April 2004 may retire on full pension at 50 years of age once they have served at least 30 years, and those who joined on or after the 1st of April 2004 may retire on full pension at 55 years of age with 30 years service. I can inform the Deputy that in the context of the extension of retirement ages generally across the public sector, a review of the mandatory maximum retirement age is currently being carried out by my department. As part of this review, an examination has been undertaken of compulsory retirement ages in a number of other national and regional police services. Consideration is also being given to the impact of such an increase of retirement age on career progression for other Garda members, including the importance of career succession, operational capacity and workforce planning within An Garda Síochána. Any changes to the maximum mandatory retirement age will need to be considered very carefully and will require amendments to both primary and secondary legislation. Detailed consultations will also be required with my colleague, the Minister for Public Expenditure and Reform, on the issue of retirement age across the public sector and the potential costs of any increases in the retirement age. The Deputy may wish to further note that the Garda Síochána Retirement No. 2 Regulations 1951 Statutory Instrument 335/1951 allow the Commissioner, with the consent of the Minister, to extend the age of retirement of a Garda member where this is in the interests of the efficiency of the Garda Síochána due to special qualifications or experience in policing possessed by that member.
And thank you, Minister. Minister, I would argue with you that it doesn't reflect the operational nature for a senior Garda to be forced to retire at 60. Now, the Equality Authority within your own department agreed that the state could face compensation claims from senior officers who have been forced to retire at the age of 60 instead of 63. And I wonder, could you just clarify if that is the case, Minister? And there is a precedent for the signing of a statutory instrument in this regard when Senator Michael McDougall previously signed one for the age to be moved from 57 to 60. So this can be done for those, as you say, joining before 2004. We address the inequality in people joining the Garda, the entry age, and it really now has to be addressed at the other end as well, Minister, and I think it's taking far too long.
Just to say that the Garda Commissioner, with the consent of the Minister, can extend the age of retirement of a Garda member, but this is in the interest of the efficiency of the Garda Síochána due to special qualifications or experience in policing possessed by that member. And just in terms of the COVID pandemic, Garda members who had reached the age of 60 and had significant experience in policing and the particular skills to support the Commissioner's urgent policing priorities during the pandemic were given the opportunity to extend their service, and the Commissioner was very keen that would happen. So he invited applications from those who would otherwise have been required because of their age, and extensions of up to 12 months were granted to 49 Garda members, including 3 at the rank of Chief Superintendent. Since the start of 2020, approval has also been given to requests by the Commissioner to extend the retirement age of 5 other Garda members, including 2 at Assistant Commissioner rank, to assist in succession planning and prevent the loss of essential skills to the Garda organisation.
Deputy Conway-Walsh.
And I would argue on that almost creates an inequality within an inequality, where some requests are granted and others are declined. Also, it makes no sense financially, because we have to pay pensions to senior Garda when they retire. They may as well be working and having an output there. So I cannot see the sense in that. And I cannot see any impediments either. So as I understand it, all associations and unions are in favour of extending the age limit. And maybe you could just clarify that as well. Numerous questions that were raised today around criminal activities, including killings and corporate crime and gangland violence, drugs crimes, domestic violence and sexual crimes, cyber crimes, and all of those things are putting huge challenges to Garda Síochána, as well as Garda Síochána in undergoing a huge change management process. So to take really experienced senior Gardaí out of that position to also deter them from applying for promotions in their 50s doesn't make sense either.
So just to say that my department are currently carrying out a review of the mandatory maximum retirement age of 60 for the Garda Síochána, and this review is taking account of retirement ages that apply generally across the public service, retirement ages that apply in other uniformed services such as the Defence Forces and the prison service, and the physical nature of the role, the need for Garda Síochána to maintain operational capacity at all times. The review is also undertaking detailed analysis of compulsory retirement ages in other policing organisations at an international level. For example, in both the UK and Northern Ireland, the compulsory retirement age for the ranks equivalent to superintendent and above is 65 years of age, compared to 60 years for Garda Síochána, whereas lower retirement ages apply for other ranks. So there is a bit of work to be done on this.
Minister.
But can I just say that the work will continue, just 2 seconds, the work will continue over the coming months, and that the review will be completed in the latter half of this year, and if required, legislative changes will be brought forward at that time.
Minister.
So it is something we should progress.
Okay, and let's